Hello everybody and welcome back to Building Tutorials. And today I am going to be working on the train stations once again. So last episode I built the first train station here. Over here is where the train's going to be at. And that's what I'm going to be working on building today. I'm also going to be creating all of the shops over here. So last episode, I put in kind of like the outline of where they're going to go. I also put in some chairs as well. So today, I'm going to go ahead and build these walls all the way up to here. And I'm going to leave a 1 block gap in the front here. For the front of the shop, and I'm going to have 3 of these on each side, so we're going to have 6 shops in each of these train stations. So I'm going to go ahead and build this one here, and then I'm going to build the other side, and then I'll go ahead and create what kind of shop it's actually going to be. So last episode, when I built the ticket area over there, I built a small little hallway behind there so you can actually get into the different rooms. So I'm going to try doing that over here, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to build a hallway all the way around because there is the stairs. I think it should work. So if I go ahead and build this out, I only need to probably go about here, I think is far enough, because then I can build this like that, and then I can have a door here. I can have a door right here, and then I can have another door right here. So now you can get into each of the shops. I'll go ahead and put the spruce doors in here. So this way you can get in and out of the shops, and it's kind of like hidden in the back. That's the cool thing about building underneath the world here, is that you can kind of create pretty much anything you want down here, because it's just open space to build, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and build this hallway, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of extend this out this way, and then it's going to go all the way over to this side where it'll connect up to the other shops. Okay, so I've connected up all of the shops. They now have doors in the back. So now I can actually build the different kinds of shops. So for now, I'm just going to break this block so I can get in. Apparently, there's a spider that spawned down here, and I think that's because there's no light. That's why I've been using the night vision potion so I can see. So eventually, I'm going to have to get rid of the night vision potion so I can figure out where I'm going to put all the lights in. But I'm going to do that after I get the shops done. So for the shops, I'm going to go ahead and grab the job items. So that way the villagers can actually work in the different shops. So I'm going to grab a bunch of different job items here. And whatever job item they get is going to be what that shop is. Okay, so I've just gotten 6 different job items. So I'm going to go ahead and put these down in each of the shops. I might as well put them probably over here at the front. So that way, when the villagers here, they'll be looking that way instead of like working way back here in the corner. So that's where I'm going to put all the job items at, is right over here. I could even put the job items in here. The only thing is, if the villagers come over here, they're probably going to work on that side and not this side. So I'm going to put it over on this side so that way they have to come over here to run the shop. So now let's head over to the other side and do those shops. Okay, so now that I've got all the different job items put in here, I want to put up some item frames for each of the shops. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some item frames and then also an item that would kind of show what they're selling. So let's go and grab, I might as well do the glow frames so that way it stands out a little bit more. And then for the fishermen, I could put like a bucket of fish, or I could get like the actual fish. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to get some actual fish to put in there. So I've got some items here that I can put in the item frames for the fishing shop here. And then this one over here is the bow shop. So for that one, I'm going to grab a bow. And I can also get like one of these tipped arrows as well. So I'm going to grab one of those. And then I could get a crossbow. Might be a little bit better. So that way it's different to a regular bow. But there we go. We've got that. And then this one over here is the blast furnace. And I think that shop is a different size to the other ones. Yeah, it's like 1 block smaller. So, you know what? Let's move this over a block. Oh, you know why this is actually 1 block smaller is because on that side, there's not enough space. So I think for this one, I'm just going to leave it the same size, but I'm just going to move the item frames to just 2 right in the middle like that. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side, so that way it stays the same size. So I'm going to go and get rid of this. Even though we've got space on this side, I want to keep them in line with each other. So for this one, I'm going to put like some iron ore and then like an iron ingot as well. That would be pretty good. So if we grab this iron ore and then we grab an iron ingot, this could be where you get stuff smelted down. I could even put like gold in there. I feel like that might look a little bit better. So we got gold and iron there that you can smelt down. This one, I think this is the weapon. The smithing table, I think, is the weapon person. So for that one, I'm going to get like some tools. So we'll get like a sword and then we'll get like an axe as well. Alright, so the grindstone, I think this actually is the armor person. I think the grindstone is armor. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some armor. We'll get some diamond and netherite armor here. And then the last one is the butcher. So for this one, I'm going to get some meat. So we'll grab like some of these pork chops and then we'll grab some beef as well to put in here. So that is the different shops set up there. So now that I've got that done, I need to work on the lights. So I'm going to go and grab some milk here because I don't know how long the night vision's going for. So I'm going to grab some milk to drink. And then I also want to get some lights. So I can use glowstone. Could be a pretty good light source. I can also use lanterns as well. So the glowstone, I could put this in the ceiling like that. I also just realized these glow frames here light up when it's dark, which is actually really cool. So we got that. Or I could put these lanterns that hang down. I'm not sure which one to do, because the glowstone, I think, looks a little bit better having it in the ceiling, but the lanterns do look nice. So I think I'm going to go with the lanterns here. I could even put them on here. Could be pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this glowstone here and just put lanterns everywhere. Okay, so I've just put in all of the lamps here. As you can see, it's nice and bright down here, and I no longer need my night vision, which is really good. The next thing I need to do is get some light in here, and I think for this, I'm just going to use glowstone. So I'm going to put some glowstone there, and then these rooms, I think there's enough light in there. I don't think I need to put any light in there, but these shops, I'm definitely going to put some glowstone in the ceiling there so that nothing spawns in, because I'm pretty sure this is way too dark. So for these shops here, I'm just going to put one piece of glowstone in the center, and then for the one on the end that's like the weird size, that one I'm going to go ahead and just kind of put 2 in. So that way it's in the middle like that. And then I also need to go in the back here and see what's happening. These zombies apparently want to go in there. What's going on back here? There's actually not bad light. But I'm going to put in a little bit of glowstone here just to make sure that there's plenty of light. Like down here, it's pretty dark. So now that I've got all the lights figured out for here, I can start the work on building the train. So for the train, I'm going to be building this tunnel. So I'm going to go and grab up all of the different blocks that I need, which is going to be stone and the stone stairs. And I'm going to go ahead and build this all the way over to the end here. I'm going to have to build like some kind of a wall at the end here for the train to stop. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this in like this. And I should also put like maybe some red on here to show that this is like the end of the track. So if I get like some red concrete and put this right here. Alright, so I've just kind of built like a little red stopping area here. So that way we know this is the end. And then for the rest of this, I'm just going to fill it in with the stairs. And then I also need to put the blocks down. I'm going to start with the blocks because it's the easiest to build. So I'm going to go all the way to the other side. So for this, eventually, I'm going to get glowstone in the ceiling. But for now, while I'm building it, I'm just going to go ahead and use my night vision. And then later on, once I have the track built, I'll go through and put lights in so that the mobs will stop spawning and you can actually see. So this right here is the end of where I'm building. Then that's where the next station starts, which is what I'm going to be building next time. But I got to first build the tunnel here the train's going to go through. So I'm going to go through and put all these blocks in. The only thing that's going to be difficult is probably the stairs. I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to build these, because I don't think you can speed build them. You can kind of do it. If I were to put another layer of stone here, I could possibly speed build the stairs off of here. Okay, so I've got the stone down. The only thing is if I go at an angle, it might make a turn stair. I could just go to the side like this and put these in. And this is way faster. Like, look at that. And you don't even have to worry about the stone that's back there because it's covered up anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for the rest of these. This will make it so much faster to build the stairs. And all I'm doing is putting whatever block behind here and then just going to the side with the stairs. And then I might do the same thing for the bottom. I'm not sure if I need to do that because the bottom stairs, I can just build them like this. Yeah, this is so much easier. Okay, so I've got the tunnel set up here. I do want to block off this area so you can't see the top there. So I'm going to go ahead and get some black and yellow concrete here on this area right here. As kind of like caution to not cross this line because this is where the train's at. So there's that. I think this looks really good. So you have to stand back here. And then the train is going to come right on this block here. Now, for the actual train, the way I'm going to do this is with minecarts. Is really the only transport we've got. So I'm going to grab some tracks here. I'm going to get some minecarts. Alright, so the way I'm going to do this train is I'm going to be using a minecart. And I wanted to use a furnace and a minecart to go ahead and push this because it would be like an engine. But the only problem with that is for some reason in Bedrock Minecraft, you can't get minecarts with furnaces in them. I'm not sure why. If I go ahead and look up the minecarts, you can see we've got all the different minecarts. We got the regular minecart, the chest minecart, the hopper minecart, the TNT minecart. But we don't have the furnace one. And if you go into the crafting table and put a furnace with a minecart, it won't craft anything. So, in that case, I'm going to have to go through and put power rails down. So, it's not going to be as good as I wanted it to be, because I wanted it to have like a bunch of minecarts, and then we put like a furnace with a minecart behind it, and it pushes all of them at once. But because we don't have the minecarts with furnaces in them for some reason, we're going to have to do this with power rails. Now, the easiest way to do this is to use some power rails like this, and then put a detector rail like that, so that way whenever the cart goes over it, it activates, and then it continues on. Why did that not go very fast? This should go faster. I think it's because there's nothing in it. That might be why it's not going very far. But I'm going to go ahead and put a power rail over here, and I'm going to have to put a button now on the end here to actually start the train. So let's go and grab a button. I'll use like a black one so that way it stands out. And I'll go ahead and put this down here. So when you want the train to go, you press this and it will go. Oh, great. Oh, great. The minecarts are going to start bouncing around. Alright, this is going to be a problem because all the minecarts are going to start going wherever they want. So this might not work the way I wanted it to. I was hoping to get like multiple minecarts on here, but they're going to keep doing this where they bounce off of each other. So I'm going to put 4 minecarts in here like this. It's not going to work the way I wanted it to, because if I had the furnace with the minecart, it should be able to push all of these forward. If I were to act as the furnace and a minecart, I could push all of these like that. Oh, what? What? No. It just pushed me back. Okay. I guess not. But see, if we had the other minecart, it would just push these constantly forwards and they would just stay in place. But we don't have that here. So to make this easier, I'm just going to put like 2 minecarts, maybe just 1 minecart. Because if I were to activate this, these are just all going to bounce off each other and go nowhere. Yeah, this is not going to be a very good train. So this is definitely not going to be as good as it was supposed to be, but it will work with 1 minecart. So now I got to go through and test where I need to put these rails. So I'm going to put one right here. So we'll do 2 power rails like that. And then we'll do another 2 later on. But I'm going to go through and test this to figure out where all the power rails are supposed to go. Okay, so I've got all the power rails put down. The next thing I need to figure out is how I'm actually going to stop and start the train. So I'm going to put 3 power rails here, so that way when the train's coming, it will stop on these spaces here. And if it needs to go again, or if it needs to skip this station, I'm going to have a lever set up somewhere once I actually build the station that will turn this on and off. So if the train is like a non-stop train, it's going to like another one of the stations like way over there, we'll just have this activated. So as soon as the train comes, it just goes straight past the station. I'll have to like set up a system to where it automatically like dispenses a minecart when you go over there. You get in and then you go to the station you wanted to. But see, we now end up at the second station right here. And then we can go back if we get in the minecart here. Just go back this way. And I really like this tunnel. I was thinking about maybe putting like colored blocks or maybe even some glass in the side here, so it gives it a little bit of color. But it's still a pretty cool area. And then we stop right here. You know, I might actually make the stop like somewhere over here, so that way you don't like smash into the wall. But that is the first train station built. So the next thing I need to do is get the ticket mechanism here so that you can actually get in. Because at the moment, there's really no way of getting in because these doors are locked. But I'm going to be building a ticket collector. I could put it in the wall here. You put the ticket in there, and then it opens up the door. I'm going to build that next episode. But that's going to be pretty much it for today. So I'm going to go and end the episode here. So make sure to leave a like and to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.